when we win the FA Cup, I remember we played the semi-final against United, smashed by United in the first half, chance after chance. And we play, I want to say rubbish, we were rubbish. Even 2 passes, we can do it. Mancini was like, blow up. How we gonna do? We went to the dressing room. We end up fighting.
No.
We were fighting each other, yeah. We were fighting because we knew. We were like scared.
Were you involved?
I was involved. We're fighting. We were like fighting, boo, 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 shout, boo, 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 boo. And after that, when we come to the second half, we see a new Man City. And after that, we win the game. With the foot of Carrick. Thank you to him, sorry. I scored the goals. But after the fight, after this game against United, we get that. And that year as well, I think we finished third. We qualified for the championship as well because that was difficult in the past. But from that time, we started to end up the thing like that. All the players have the same mentality. And that's where I would say, that's the good one. Because we fight in the dressing room, like throw stuff, cutting, we were group fighting, jump on us. Yes, it was incredible. And it was
so it's physical, like you were grabbing each other, pushing each other.
Physical. No one knows that.
And what did Mancini do?
No, he was blown up because sometimes as a staff member or as a head coach, you standing by your side, you see how bad it is. But sometimes you want to slap or you want to say, guys, you understand what you're doing. That's the one opportunity in the year, right? But we player, we take responsibility and we get that because we can even pass 2 passes in the row.
I think it's so interesting because certainly the media, and I think often a lot of fans, they think if you've got a team that's fighting in the dressing room at half-time, then the team is done. The culture is gone.
Yeah.
It's toxic. You're going to win nothing.
Yeah.
But the moment that you became a winning team was the day that you actually had a physical fight in the dressing room as a team.
Yeah. Carlos Tevez jumped on one player there.
And who were you brave enough to take on?
Oh, no, it was too many big guys up there because Lescott was there, Company was there, Vieira was there. Those ones, they were trying to stop people, right, fighting each other. Yeah. But that was I think that was I can say that the déclic, right? Like we say in French, déclic, the things who...
The catalyst.
Yes, the catalyst, the things who open up everything. Because against United was incredible. Because that semi-final, United was, first half was all them. If you remember, if you get the start back again, you will see United chance after chance. Miss the goal. I remember Babatov lose the goal in front of the goal.
Yeah.
Joad was brilliant. He kept us in because with the save he had, it was incredible.
And then you scored the winner, didn't you?
And as well, I scored the winner. I was fighting that, but it was good. But from that day, believe me, guys, after that, when we've passed this year, we start to be machine. We enjoy winning. We're enjoying winning. And I start to have this feeling like when we lose game, we no happy. And I was like, we're in a good way.
And then, of course, 2012 happens.
I remember when United was 8 points ahead of us in 2012. And it was not impossible, but as our self-competitor, we were a competitor, right? And that's the period where, from 2011, that's why I said how the team progressed in terms of mentality. Winning, because that was the déclic in 2000 at the FA Cup we win, and after that again in 2012 we confirm that mentality because United was 8 points ahead. I think it was 9 games left or 8 games left. I don't remember precisely, but was that, and we've been carry on winning, and United was drawing. I think they lost 1 or 2 games or drew 1 game, and we were carry on winning successively, and it was incredible. And what defined this team as well is when we went to play against Newcastle and Newcastle. And Newcastle was the team in form of the season with Papi Cissé and Dembaba. They were scoring goals from everywhere. You don't know, you can catch them. Those 2 guys, it was like 2 Senegalese. Center forward was so good. And we go and play St. James Park. I think, if we can say that, the title, right? If we win this game, we still have chance to win the league. Because the last game was QPR, and we knew if we beat QPR, we play, and if we beat Newcastle, we play QPR at home, should be done easily. Because for us, the difficult games. The most difficult was Newcastle.
Yeah.
And the way we go in there, the way we playing, and the way we behave during all the week, going to the game, approaching to the game was fantastic. I remember that like yesterday.
Like what sort of things did you see that week?
No, the player was involved. Everyone was professional, and we trained well, we trained hard. Because my opinion and my personal point of view, I see the team changing, developing, and going to another level again. And that's what I was seeing, because when you been in the top clubs, you see some kind of habits. And when you go in other clubs and this club not using to do that, and you see this kind similar habit, you can predict at some point. Not predict, but you can say it will happen at some point.
And what is your memory of that day in 2012, if you think of that final game against QPR?
When...
something happens when you hit your 40s. You actually start to realise that the scarce thing in life isn't ambition anymore. It's actually time. And between running businesses, hosting this podcast, trying to be present as possible with my kids and my family, there is only so much of me to go round, which is why I've been thinking more and more about how to make things in the background work a bit harder for me. And this includes my money. And this is where XTB comes in. XTB have launched a cash ISA and stocks and shares ISA, where new customers can currently earn 6% interest, which includes a 2% boost for the first 90 days. You get tax-free growth, daily interest, flexible withdrawals, and no account management fees, which means that your savings can grow while you're still staying accessible. And if you open an account and make your first deposit within 7 days, you'll also receive a free stock to start your investment journey. If you want to learn more, just go to xtb.com/en/join/high-performance and use code HPP when you sign up.
Because I think I got hamstring in half-time.
That must have been painful for you to have to come off at half-time in that
It was
game.
incredible. It was incredible because I left, was 1-0, and I was like, okay, we will win it.
Were you trying to play on?
I tried, but it was impossible because it was very, very deep, the injury. Because it was hamstring, and there, some for a player is very, very difficult. And I was in the dressing room watching the game, and even the doctor was take care of me. When I go to score, everyone went out from the from the medical. Everyone was in the field. I don't know. It was incredible because even me, I didn't know how Aguero scored. Even everything was. I'm not saying predict. It was like, for example, Balotelli never passed the ball to a striker. He passed the ball to Aguero. And that one, when Balotelli free ball, he can shot, because I know Balotelli all the time. When he's like in the small square, he shot like a crazy guy. He passed the ball to Aguero, and Aguero, I think the defender was Taiwo in that period. He stepped on his feet. I said, jump, it's a penalty. But he didn't jump, he just stepped and he shoot. Because as well, he shot, it was close to the keeper. The keeper can even save it, because if the keeper saved that moment, it's finished. United was waiting there, and Sunderland and Newcastle. And when the goal was coming, even me, I remember, but I end up on the field. I don't know how, but I end up on the field there.
Can you remember what Mancini was like that day?
No, it was. I remember Mancini, and I was in the dressing room. I saw him like sweating, right? It was very bad. He was saying, because of course we were losing. Because normally for him, we're supposed to beat QPR easy. And we make 2 mistakes, and after that we get QPR in front. And QPR, at some point as well, 20 minutes before the end of the game, they see they were not related anymore. Then they don't need to play anymore, right? They was playing passive, because in the beginning of the game, they were like more defensive.
Yeah.
Because for them, the draw is good. And winning is good. But lose, no. But when they heard that the other one was losing, they were like, okay. But we were finding it difficult to score the goals. And end up the last minute, it was... if we will lose this league, and that, I will maybe... Most of us will pass away for sure, because it was impossible. It was impossible.